Are you living the life you want to live? If not, what's holding you back? Today we'll explore how to stop living the life you don't really want to live. I'll be giving you concrete examples of how to grow stronger from every fearful situation you experience. Do you feel stuck? Do you know you have some gift or talent that you should be using to help the world, but you just haven't figured out how to do that yet? Can you recognize what's getting in the way? I'm going to share a little bit of my story with you on this very issue today. You see, after spending a career in education and having worked through the ranks to the final position of professor and department head at a university, I ran out of levels to attain. It seemed like I'd spend 3 years at the next level until I got the job figured out. The challenge was over, so I moved on to the next level. With no more levels left, I had to figure out what was I going to do to keep growing and learning. How would I use my knowledge to help others? I began what was to be a 3-year quest to find my online niche that allowed me to use my passion of helping others to solve their problems. But during that quest, I investigated so many different training programs because I didn't really know anything apart from the world of education. I had no idea what would be a good fit for me. I considered being a life coach, but after investigating all the training I would need to go through and having to be available as a coach on a regular basis, I decided that wouldn't fit the freedom lifestyle that I was really seeking. So the journey continued. The one fact that never changed in all of my searching was that I knew there was an online business that would give me and my family the freedom lifestyle and income stream that we dreamed of and would be the right fit for me. And I would never give up until I found it, because I didn't want to live a life where I just settled for less than what I was capable of giving to the world. Learning how to paint a picture or prune my garden or make a new recipe just wasn't what I was called to do. Throughout my search for the right fit online business, some of my family and friends were trying to figure out what I was doing. They would keep asking, how was it going? You're still doing the online supplement thing, right? And I'd have to fess up and let them know I changed to affiliate marketing and would try to explain what that involved. To be honest, I was beginning to think they thought I was some kind of a fruitcake with all the things I was trying and nothing was bringing income in yet. So I had to throw the whole image thing out the window and not let that detour me from my life mission. I just started talking less in depth about what I was doing, keeping it a little more vague so they really wouldn't know what kind of question to even ask me. Because you see, in my mind, I had no choice but to succeed. I had to achieve my goal. I was willing to make the sacrifices necessary. No excuse could get in my way of my life purpose. And it was then that I decided to rezone my comfort zone. What that meant is that I would stretch my abilities and say yes to opportunities that came my way, even if I didn't feel like I was capable of the task right now. Even if it meant I had to put forth a lot of practice just to get close to being able to perform a specific skill. My actual story begins with the fact that my husband and I were married for many years before I would sing aloud with him. He came from a family of 3 boys who could all sing very well and played different stringed instruments. I came from a family that never sung solo and only sang when others were singing, so you couldn't really hear your voice independently. One day, about 6 years ago, I decided the life of being the wallflower wife who didn't join in the singing was over. So I asked my husband to teach me to play guitar, and I began singing with him. Boy, did I have some fears to get over. What would my husband, who was a trained soloist, think of my voice? I had no confidence in this area, but knew I could carry a tune. So I pushed past the fear and started playing and singing. I even took voice lessons while I was still at the university, but the greatest movement forward in this area was to keep playing and singing until it became more comfortable. At one point, I tried out for a solo part in Les Mis for a community production and got so nervous at the audition that my voice cracked and the stress caused my vocal cords to freeze up. Very embarrassing indeed. I ended up auditioning again that night after the group left, and it went much better. The producers decided to not run the show, so I'll never know if I had a chance at the part or not. But I'm glad I humiliated myself and tried, because today my husband and I sing and play together. We have a group called Paradox and perform at different venues, including senior citizen homes and other community events. We also teach workshops at conferences where attendees learn how to place bluegrass ukulele and how to play that tune. And we were able to record 2 of our songs on a CD with proceeds going to the homeless in our city. It's turned into a wonderful hobby and livelihood for us. None of it would have happened if I let my fear dictate whether I would sing and play an instrument in public or not. I also think this experience has spurred me on to be braver with my online business pursuit. I now have an attitude that I can and will accomplish my goals. It is just a matter of time. All my trials of searching and learning from training programs and trying different methods of supplying answers to people's problems have finally brought me to the best fit program for me. If you're interested in my #1 best fit program for an online business, you can check it out in the description below later. The search is over for me, and the work has begun. Failure is not an option, and fear will not interrupt my dreams. Once you break through one fear, you realize you can do it again and again. It's a mindset you develop. You realize you don't want to live a fear-based life, sitting in your rocking chair at 80, full of regrets. Now you may be saying, I don't have fears that are holding me back. Well, what about excuses that are keeping you in your safe comfort zone? If you aren't where you want to be in life, you need to figure out why. Usually the core reason can be traced to some kind of fear. There's probably not one successful person in the whole world who hasn't had to overcome some fear in their lives. What if Denzel Washington quit his acting career when he didn't get a part he wanted? Or any actor for that matter. I don't know of one actor that never faced being turned down for a part. They didn't let fear creep in and suck the life out of their dreams. Instead of letting fear dictate their life, they gave their goals and visions every bit of energy and focus they had. Successful people have a growth mindset. When faced with a setback, they plunge forward with even more force and determination. They will try a new strategy to keep seeking the solution. Instead of giving up with challenging circumstances, they muster up the strength to work even harder to achieve their goals. When you think about it, there aren't too many things in life that we can't accomplish with more determination to succeed, harder work, and resources to support us. When you find yourself giving into fear, think of someone you admire who succeeded in spite of tremendous adversity. In fact, the odds were really against them, achieving what they wanted, but they reigned triumphant anyway. In addition to thinking of someone else's success you admire, try this exercise to analyze your fear and make a course correction to get you to your goals and dreams faster. I call it my fear breakthrough analysis worksheet. First of all, what is your fear? You've got to name it and claim it. Then actions you took to push through it. What did you mentally and physically do to shatter it to pieces? What actions helped you break through it? Which actions actually helped you the most? What did you accomplish after you broke through it? What were you able to do once you broke through the fear? What was your success story? Reflection. What did I learn from this experience? Did you learn more about your fear and how you react to it? What did you learn about the hold fear has in your life? What will I do differently next time as a result of what I learned? How will you think about and respond to your next fear situation? Answering these questions every time you experience fear will help you to break through the fear rather than letting it break you. The unfulfilled life is not the path you choose to follow. Be ready to fail, because any successful person must face it and conquer it. There is nothing that will impact you and help you develop resilience like having an unsuccessful experience. Gain insights from the problem-solving attempt and use your new knowledge to change your course. Many people refuse to learn from their negative experiences. They resist adjusting their strategy to approach the situation in a new way the next time. In conclusion, rejections, letdowns, frustrations, and dead ends are important vehicles to use in reflecting to learn from a situation. You learned what didn't work. Since we are built to adapt, we can change for a result of these painful experiences. Try new thoughts, new information, resources, new ideas. Embrace your strength. Renew the fire in your soul to pursue your passion. If you liked today's video, please click the like button and share with your friends. You can leave a comment. I would love to hear how you're doing in this area of combating any fears that you might be dealing with. Also, please click subscribe if you'd like to become part of our group and receive videos every week from me. My #1 recommendation for building online marketing business is down below. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Wishing you joy, energy, insight, success, love, happiness. See you in the next video.